So how to help people break through a plateau. And I'm going to give you a few simple strategies. First, I want to kind of give you the philosophy first, and then I'm going to give you some strategies on how to execute this. So the first thing you're going to really want to do is find out if people are doing what you're saying. And this is super important because often people will lie to themselves and they tell you what they were doing 3 months ago, but then they started, eating on the kids' food. They started eating out more. They started doing things differently and not actually factoring all those things in. Or they were more active. Now they become less active. What I like to do, I don't often recommend people to calculate calories and count their food, their macros all the time, because it becomes obsessive. Often we don't need to do that. But from time to time, checking in is a great thing. So maybe have them do 3-day food log, checking in where their calories at, how much protein they're eating, how much fat they're eating. And we might find that they're just overeating, okay? The second thing I want you to keep in mind is if they've already lost 30 pounds, they're not the same person when they started. And so think about this. If somebody loses 30 pounds, and let's say they're doing the exact same exercise, the exact same activity, everything's the same, well, they're not burning as many calories as they were when they were 30 pounds heavier because they have 30 less pounds on their body. They're not using that same energy. If you put a 30-pound weight on and walk around, you're going to burn more calories. So if you take it off, you're not. So we may have to change the program, increase activity, which is one of the best ways to break plateaus, is to increase activity, or we have to reduce calories if they're not burning as many calories. So these are just some things you want to keep on when people are plateauing. Often people want to look outwards at everything else, or they say the product's not the same, it's not working. It's not them. They're not the same. We have to evolve with them. But a couple things that you can add to help people break through these plateaus is one, of course, exercise, super important. Two is hydration. Are they utilizing Mitoplex? Mitoplex enhances the cell, the brain of the cell, the mitochondria. It has a lot of additional benefits. It improves hydration. Sometimes it's just something as simple as that and breaks through the plateau if they're doing the other things right. My favorite things to add is, of course, exercise. Amplifying, giving them a physical challenge to challenge their body will be a great way to bring up a plateau. Also, it builds confidence that they're getting better somewhere else and not just focused on the scale. So when you give them activity, set a goal. Like, hey, you're going to walk a mile and our goal is to get it below 20 minutes. Okay, awesome. So it gives them something to work towards. Now, we've been utilizing fasting strategies, using things like a 5-day fast, like an iFast, using things like a reboot where it's up to 60-hour fasting, you good, better, best progression. These are all tools that you can use to help pop through a plateau, especially if they're overeating or if they've had a lot of holidays and birthdays and they've gotten off track. A nice fasting strategy, a program, is a great way to reset them and get back under control. And so those are the best ways to help people break a plateau. But I would tell you this is you got to work on the psychology of the individual. What they're seeing is what they think they're seeing. And often if you investigate, they're not doing what they think they're doing and they're not following the program as they maybe originally followed it, or they've changed because they've lost weight and we have to change the program with them.